Welcome back. I want to address a question that I had a customer send me recently. It says, my homeowner's insurance company sent me a non-renewal notice. Is it because I filed a claim? This is a great question. I've had this before. In fact, I was in the same situation just a few months back. Our homeowner's insurance company also sent us a letter stating that they were not renewing our policy, and it was specific to the line of coverages that they were offering. So I really appreciate this question. It's very common. Uh, Obviously, a non-renewal notice is going to be alarming, and you're going to be like, oh crap, am I going to be able to get insurance from another company? And I promise you, you will. And the reason I say that is that's exactly the position that I was in. Well, what's my experience? Again, my name is Mike. I'm a licensed plumbing contractor here in Southern California, specializing in residential service and repair. I have a claims adjusting experience as well, in addition to also construction estimating using Xactimate and building estimates for insurance companies specifically. So I believe this advice that I have is based on my experience. Keep in mind, this is not legal advice, and I hope the information I provide to you is helpful. So if you are one of those people that have received a non-renewal notice, you may have done exactly what I did. I went on Google, I put in exactly what I had received and who's available with insurance carriers here specifically in California. And surprisingly, I use a reference, Clark Howard. He has posted the best property insurance companies here in the nation, and USAA being one of them. The next one was Amica. I happened to contact Amica and was able to go through their process, and we were able to get insurance through them, thank goodness. But before that even happens, if you have not received a non-renewal notice, I always suggest that it's a good idea to beat them to the punch, start researching. I did that with my auto insurance, and you shop around, and it's amazing the amount of money that you can save by shopping around. But finding a different insurance company can benefit you as well for your homeowners, even if you haven't filed a claim. I've had customers of mine that received a non-renewal notice from one of the large insurance companies, and they basically said they're pulling out of California. They're not going to offer a specific policy within there. And that might be your situation as well, or anybody out there watching this video. So why do insurance companies non-renewal? I'll give you a few examples. Filing a claim is only, a minimal factor in contributing to this. But it's very rare that that's the only reason. Usually insurance companies look at the overall risk of the homes that they're insuring. I'll give you an example. If you had a home that was in the mountains and it was prone to forest fires, insurance companies are going to look at that as a greater risk than somebody who's living in a concrete jungle and doesn't have to worry about, removing any leaves or forestry around them in preparation for a forest fire. So insurance companies have very specific reasons for it. They don't do it based on an emotion. They do it because it makes sense financially for them. One claim alone does not automatically cause a non-renewal. And they'll usually go through and they'll look at all the data associated, and data analytics is huge within insurance companies, and they'll see what are the most profitable policies and obviously the non-profitable ones. And they're going to focus on keeping those that are profitable and get rid of the others that haven't. In my previous video, I mentioned that 56% of the home insurance claims in California specifically is related to failure of plumbing systems or water damage to a home. So they're going to look at maybe homes of a certain age in a certain area that are, based on their own loss experience and other carriers, that they're not going to offer insurance policies in those areas anymore. I remember there was a location in a city not too far from me where the copper piping, it was manufactured in another country and began spalling. And so these people had slab leak after slab leak, and it was very expensive for the insurance companies. And so many of them pulled out of that area, even offering policies related to that. Let's see. Let's go through here. Roof damage, things that might be out of your control is especially in my area, is wind damage. And if you have wind damage and then you have water intrusion, that can be related to water damage to your house. But we're staying specific to the plumbing system in the house, and why it's important that you as the homeowner maintain your plumbing systems and identify any issues prior to having a loss. So what to do if you have received a non-renewal? Well, the steps, exactly as I described, you have to do your research and do it quickly. Don't panic, and also don't wait to the last minute. In our case, we already found homeowners insurance, and we actually got it before the new year. And our insurance agent called us a week prior to the date that our renewal date was, or non-renewal date was. And so you have to advocate for yourself and go out and look for policies. Can you get insurance after a non-renewal? Well, yes, of course. I was able to get insurance. There are other state programs that are available that allow you to get insurance. Now, keep in mind, you may be paying more in premiums and your coverage is not the same as what you had before. So what I recommend is you take your declaration page from your previous policy, you look at all the coverages, dwelling, loss of use, all those personal property. You look at that declaration page and make sure that the new policy that you're getting reflects what you had before. Maybe there are certain things that you can lower or even increase in order to make sure that you're properly covered. But I would talk to your insurance agent about that, or insurance broker. You want to always, like I said, look at ways of reducing future risk. Some people have even moved out of California or any other state because they were in an older home and they just thought it'd be best for their family to move out of state, buy a newer house, and hopefully have fewer problems. But from my experience, I've seen that new homes can also have issues with their plumbing systems. One example is, I'm a huge fan of PEX pipe, but there was a situation where this community was built in the about 2010, and the PEX piping that they had used had been left outside in the sunlight for an extended period of time, so they had cracking. Well, that's an anomaly, but even new homes can have an issue as well. So let's see. So those are just a few examples of why an insurance company would non-renew you. And but there still is hope, and make sure that you do your research right away. Again, please subscribe, please like the video, leave a comment, share it with a friend or family member. That just helps my channel. And I hope the information that I provided helps somebody out there. Have a great day.